What's going on, guys? Today we're going to be talking about product research, a little bit about the criteria on how I go about it for you guys as a beginner, and also my tips and tricks for finding a really profitable product on here. So yeah, without further ado, let's get straight to it. So as you guys know, I always recommend you guys use Jungle Scout. So I don't want to, if you guys are interested in this, then go check it out for yourselves and see if you guys want to purchase it, because it's a really good idea. I used to not want to spend the $40 on it, but I've realized over time very quickly that this is a very quality product, and you kind of need it for the product research stage. It makes it a lot easier, and it just makes it a lot more efficient and saves you a lot of time, frankly. So definitely recommend you look into it. Alright, so as you can see, we have 4 options here. We got the product tracker, the product database, niche hunter, and then Chrome extension. So the only ones we're going to be using is this one and that one. So Chrome extension and product database. Chrome extension is right here, as you can see. This is also really amazing. You can see all the stats on every product on a page. So it basically just pulls out a spreadsheet. Everything you're looking at on Amazon, you can just see exactly what the stats are. Just so I can show you if you've never seen it before. It's pretty straightforward. So let's just type in a random keyword. Let's just say baby diapers. Okay, for example, if we're looking at that, you hit the Jungle extension, and you can see all the stats for all these products, right? And it goes down the list. So, well, that's a huge gameplay right there. All these guys are making, 6 figures a month. Well, actually, a little bit closer to 6 figures, not quite 6 figures, because obviously they're not gonna be making, this is not their take home. It's obviously gonna be cut by FBA fees, shipping, product costs, stuff like that. So, but they're still making a lot of money nonetheless. Anyway, so back to Jungle Scout. So this is what we're going to be using to find all of our profitable products. This is what I find to find game changer products that will change my life. Practically, this is what started the beginning of changing my life, and this will change your life as well. Let me change this color format, and let me refresh that. I have this extension where I can just turn off the colors, but I don't want to do that for you guys. Alright, so the categories. This is totally dependent on what your preferences are. So this is what my preferences are. Depending on you guys, since you guys are complete beginners, I selected these categories for a certain reason. They're a little bit less competitive. They do have pretty good demand, and there's not a lot of issues when it comes to buying products from these categories. So these are just my personal preferences. You can do whatever you want. Also, there's certain ones in here that are gated. For example, beauty and personal care and beauty. Those are 2 categories that are super. If you could get ungated in these categories, I definitely recommend you do that. It's not very hard either. You can just pay somebody to get into there. There's also other ways you can do it just by Googling it. It's pretty simple, but pretty straightforward. There's a lot of categories that you really don't want to get into. Obviously, for example, electronics, super difficult to. It makes it more complex for you because you're going to be making a lot of faulties. Electronic products are very hard to deal with. Video games, you can't private label. Watches are very hard product to source in and of itself. If we're trying to make a profit and we're trying to make a cheap, if we're trying to make a cheaper product that we want to make a good flip off of, we can't really do watches because, it's more of a quality product. You need to actually, prove the quality. Software is kind of tough to private label. It's not really a product you can do that with. Pet supplies, I just don't enjoy selling pet supplies, so I just don't want to go for that, quite frankly. Office products are an amazing category to get into. I definitely recommend you look into this. This is where you find crazy amount of products. For example, wall organizers. I know these things sell like crazy, and they're actually quite non-competitive. Depending on the ratio of the certain products, there's really good products in this category. So definitely recommend you look into this one. Sorry, I had to drink water. Alright, so on the category, on the product research criteria, over here, this is where the magic is going to happen. So, a lot of people have, there's certain, make-believe, perfect numbers that will give you, the perfect results. And honestly, I recommend you just play around with this, because you can get a lot of different results just by changing up, the numbers on the criteria. And also, a lot of people use the exact same criteria. For example, I've seen other, Amazon gurus that, use the exact same template every single time, and I don't recommend that you do that, because if everyone else is looking at the exact same numbers, then you're going to be getting the exact same results as everyone else. And you want to go above and beyond, and you want to make more of a killing than them, right? So I don't want to give you guys half-ass average results. I want to give you guys amazing results. So I definitely recommend that you stray from the pack and, do your own thing, right? So let's say, people are doing 20 to 30 and they're also doing estimated sales 300 or above. I think you should go above and beyond to make it even more, high standards and make it maybe 400 a month and, let's say $20 to $40 instead, or, you see what I'm saying? So make it different, make your criteria different from everyone else's, because you want to stand out and you want to find products that other people aren't looking at, because chances are if you're looking at, different numbers, you're going to find products that are less saturated and people are jumping less on. So you want to be the first one to jump on your product. Obviously you cannot, really do that because obviously there's a lot of sellers out there, but the more that you can narrow down that you and the less competition between other people, the more success you're going to have with your products. So I definitely recommend that you do that. So for products here, we're just going to do standard. Seller, we're going to have everything except for Amazon because we don't want to compete with Amazon. Amazon is a huge game changer when it comes to sales. So I'm very confident that if I jump into any niche, I can dominate it. As long as there's no Amazon Basics or, Amazon Choice or bestseller in my niche, usually I'll do very, very, very well. And the reason why is because there's no one that's established in my niche. So I will make it just a badass listing that will make me look credible and will make me look professional as a seller. But if I do have somebody I'm competing with that has Amazon Choice or bestseller, then it's tough to deal with because they have that established, credibility that makes people want to buy from them. So it's tough to compete with them. Like I said, Amazon owns this entire website, so obviously they're going to be getting a lot of sales, and that's only going to steal sales from you. So definitely recommend that you pick a non-dominating, brand. Make sure that you guys are not going against, really, really big brands. Obviously, no repeating brands. If you see a lot of the same name brands, then those people are dominating that market as well. So definitely want to avoid that as well. But yeah, so it's pretty straightforward. So price, this is what I like to do. So the reason why you see the decimal is because obviously a lot of products are priced at 99, 97, 98. So we don't want to lose all those people in the product research. So I just jumped down the price in a decimal just a little bit, so you guys can get all those products. Otherwise, you're just going to miss a bunch of products doing this. So I do 1968, and then I'm going to do, in this video, I'm going to do $50 because, as I said before, the higher price you go up, your profit margins get greater, but it's tougher to make a sale. Nonetheless, though, I think you have a pretty good chance of making a sale with $40 if you make a great listing. If you're not confident in your abilities of marketing your product, then I definitely say you go on the cheaper end and you just sell in volume, not in bulk, not in high profit. Because if you're selling in high profit, that means that you are confident in your ability to sell and you have really good marketing skills. You have a good listing. Then people will they won't care about spending an extra $20 on your product if you look credible and you look professional. So definitely recommend, if you're confident in your ability, make it a little bit higher, because then your profit's way higher and you're going to be making way more money for your time. So 19 to 50, pretty good. All right, so for estimated sales, for this one, I'm going to be a little bit higher standard. So I'm going to do 450 sales per month. So the reason why I start off with 300 is because, 30 days, I want to make at least 10 sales a day. So 300 times every single day in the month, 30. So you want to make 10 sales a day. That's the go-to. And that's what I want to do, because I've had 4 sales a day. I've had 5 sales a day. That's just not enough for me anymore. I want to make a lot more profit in a lot shorter amount of time. So once you start getting into this, you start to realize it's not about how much money you make. It's about how long it takes you to make that money. So it's pretty easy to make the amount of income that you want to. You just have to, spend the commitment. You have to have the time gap to do it. And so it just takes time. It doesn't take that much effort. It takes time to do it. You obviously need to have enough capital to grow your business. So if you don't have the capital to, buy products or the amount of units that you want to, then obviously you're not going to be making as much profit. So it's all about taking bigger calculated risks, and you will make yourself successful, and you'll also, you'll be able to leave your 9-to-5 job and, be financially free finally. So definitely recommend that you have some capital getting into this. I did not see much results until I started putting a little bit more money into this. So I definitely recommend that you guys, stash away your money, work your 9-to-5 job right now. I know it sucks, but just work a 9 to 5 job, save up some money. $3,000 would go you very long in Amazon, and I definitely recommend that you just start saving up now, so you can actually make a killing on this website. Don't blow all 3,000 on your first product, because chances are you're gonna be horrible on your first product. Even though I did really well on my first one, not trying to brag or anything, but I'm just saying, even though I did really well on my first one and it was profitable, I still was so bad compared to what I am right now. So your first time you learn so much. So I definitely recommend your first time you just take a trial order. That way you're not really you're taking a calculated risk, but it's not enough to make a huge blow to your long-term gain. Because in the end, it's all about what you do with that 3,000. If you don't do much with that 3,000 and you just kind of don't really profit well, then you're going to suffer and you're going to be discouraged, and you're not going to want to continue because you just wasted $3,000, and you're not going to be wanting to keep going because you didn't have much results on your first time doing it, and you spent a lot of money on the first time. So definitely recommend you do a small order on your first time. It's okay. You take your time with this. This will definitely make you successful if you just take the time and you just research it. You get really concentrated in this. I would literally, after school, after classes, I would just read about Amazon and just want to study it because I genuinely cared about it. And it was just fascinating to me that I can make money online selling products. Once you guys start making your first 2 or 3 sales, you can get really addicted to Amazon, and you're going to want to study the entire thing about it. So definitely recommend you just start off slow. Start off with a low amount of units. That way you don't lose a lot of money if you fuck up, which you most likely will on your first time. And that's my just biggest recommendation. So estimated reviews, I want to have at least 3,000 because anything below this, basically estimated revenue, you cut that in half, and that's how much you make in profit. So I definitely recommend that you go lowest minimum 3,000 a month in revenue, and obviously we don't want to put a max to that. We want to get as much as potential as we can. Reviews, so this is really how we gauge our competition. So for me, it's relatively low because I want to higher the chances of me actually making a sale in my niche, and the more reviews that my competitors have, the tougher it is for me to make a sale, because obviously I don't have 200, 300 sales coming in from 200 to 300 reviews coming in from my product. So it's tough for me to compete with people who are established, big brands, or have a lot of reviews already to begin with, because people are starting before you. Every niche that you jump into, everyone's going to be ahead of you. So there's no point in trying to be better than them. You just need to make sure you get into a niche that has less competitiveness. So definitely recommend that you look at max 75 reviews. That's just my personal preference. Again, that's a high standard. It's tough finding products like this, but I go on here all day and I just look and look and look until I find it, and I'm willing to take the long hours of doing this because I enjoy doing it. So if you want to make this a little bit harder on yourself, a little bit easier on yourself, to make this a little bit higher, maybe you want to do 150, right? If you want to make it a little bit smoother on you, but I do 75 because I want to find the perfect product. So weight, max 3 pounds. This is kind of a very what's the word? This is a very gray area number. It doesn't really, I don't know. It's all up to you. I don't want to spend a lot of money on FBA fees, so I want to have this lighter. But obviously, there's certain products out there that'll just be super profitable. That it doesn't matter, how much it weighs at that point. It'll make you a lot of money anyway. So it depends. You're leaving a lot of products out if you have a cap of this. So for this one, we're gonna take it out. No number of sellers, we don't care about that. Listing quality, don't care about that. And so these are the categories I would use for you guys. That's my biggest recommendation. And so make sure when you do results per page, do 200, so that way you're not doing next page. You can just go all in one smooth scroll, and I'll make it more enjoyable for you guys. And then hit search, and then there we go. So after you do that, you're gonna see a list of products on Amazon's database that have the criteria that you just looked for. And you're obviously gonna see a lot of clothing. You're just gonna avoid that. You're gonna see a lot of water filters. Just ignore that as well. Anything clothing related, I just ignore. I wish there was a way to filter these products out that are clothing related, because as you can see, I did take out clothing. So the reason why we're having these products pop up is because of sports. I'm imagining sports and outdoors. So if we took that out, we would get all those these products removed, but then we would lose all the products that are actually really good in sports and outdoors, because there's a lot of good ones in there. So we can't take that out. But anyway, Electronic, don't want to mess around with that. I don't know what the hell that is. That seems like a horrible product. Wow. So the product name is 003 2 box 20 pieces. I don't know what the hell that is, but that looks like a horrible title. Not much effort in the picture. It doesn't even look high quality. It actually looks very piss poor. So I'm actually gonna look at this listing myself. It's making $17,000 in revenue. Horrible listing. 8 customer reviews. The worst product photos I've ever seen, to be quite honest. And the description's probably terrible too. Oh, they don't even have a description. So this is trying to show you guys that it's so possible for you to make a profit on this website, because as you can see, this guy is making $17,000 in revenue. He found a product priced at $22, so he's making pretty good profit off of every time he sells one. So net $15. So let's say he's losing maybe $3 to $4 because of the cost of the product. So he's making around $10 to $12 every time he sells a product. That is pretty amazing, to be quite honest with you. He's got only 8 reviews. You can get 8 reviews from your friends. You can get one from your mom, your dad, your girlfriend, your sister, whatever, right? And that's what I do for my products. I definitely recommend you guys do that as well. And then also, you guys, in my one of my other videos, I showed you guys how to get a bunch of reviews quickly and fast by using Amazon groups. So basically, there's groups that every social media platform uses. For example, Instagram has engagement groups. Facebook has engagement groups. Same thing with Twitter and all that stuff. So basically, people are out there in groups helping other people out grow their channel and growing their page and whatever. And so you can do this with Amazon, and so you can ask people for reviews. Either you can pay them, some people will do it for free. What I do is I would go into an entrepreneurial group on Facebook that people are also FBA sellers, and I would say, hey, if you give me a review on my product, I'll give you a review on your product. And then so there's an incentive for both of you guys. You guys both benefit from it, and you guys don't have to pay anything. So it just makes a lot of sense for me. It makes a lot of sense for you. And I definitely recommend you guys do that so you guys can get a lot of reviews and give yourself huge credibility, so you have a huge advantage over your competition as soon as you launch your product, so you can make a lot of money. So the rank this guy's doing is extremely good. He's got a terrible listing. So the whole point of me showing you this was to show you it's possible, okay? Horrible product, horrible description, key features. I am almost positive that you and your grandmother could do a better job than this guy, okay? So I want you guys to have confidence in yourself. This guy didn't even have a product description. He's making at least, $9,000 to $10,000 a month, which is insane. So, piss poor images, terrible key features, horrible title. Insane. So he's moving around 700 units a month. That's crazy. That is nuts. Anyway, so now you guys have found the product research criteria that you need to find profitable products. Now you guys have kind of gotten a feel for it. So now we're going to go to a more interesting part of this video where I'm going to show you guys really, really high, big players and Amazon sellers. And I want to show you, just their listings and see how they're making so much money. And some of these people are not going to have a good listing. I guarantee it. I've seen it with my own eyes. So let's get straight to it. So these are people that are making at least $100,000 in revenue. So like I said, you can just play around this and just see the products that are out there. It's pretty amazing seeing what is possible. Let's do actually 50,000 in revenue minimum. So 34 reviews, making 50,000 a month revenue. He's moving about 1,000 units a month. That's pretty nice, although it's a little bit on the heavy side, 5 pounds. It's a little bit of it's a really bulky product as well, so the FBA fees are expensive, as you can see, $12. But it is a pretty nice priced product, $50. So let's take a look at this listing and see how garbage it is. So let's see, easy to clean, very, very basic key features. Although I do like the layout of this page, it looks a lot nicer. It's because they have a vendor. So when you are selling products on here, and if you become really good at this and you actually sell a lot of units, you have the access to get vendor accounts, which basically give you this different outlook. As you can see, usually it's 4 product photos that go straight down, and this one it goes into 4 boxes right here. And then instead of having the key features kind of over here, it's a little bit on this side. looks a little bit different. And then also, if they have a description, oh my god, it's terrible. So right there, you guys can have a huge advantage over this guy if you were selling this product with them. You could easily beat them just by having a better product description, having a better key features. They barely put any time to the key features, in my opinion. You can put a lot more effort into this. And yeah, so on my recommendation on the key features, I definitely recommend that you have this part of, so basically what you do is you have a sentence for the people that really want to dive in and actually read everything. But most of the people that are going to be jumping on your listing, I'd say 40% of them don't even really want to read the entire thing. So what I would do, and this is what I do for my products too, I have maybe 3 to 4 words, kind of like this: high quality construction, fits popular brands. I have these words in all caps, so people who are lazy or they want to skim through your page and get a lot of value from it, I would have those in all caps so that they see that first and it pops out at them. And then if they want to read into it further, you'll have a long sentence explaining it in detail, which is what I do every single time. It's a huge tip if you're trying to sell a product and have a very convertible listing. Definitely recommend you do that. It helps make your product look more professional. And I also recommend that you find better I think you could find a lot better keywords, a lot more terms you can use to get people's attention. So definitely recommend you get into that. Also, if you haven't downloaded the Keepa extension, amazing free extension you can get. This will tell you right off the bat how long they've been selling for. So this guy's been selling for 355 days. Pretty amazing. So their seller rank is going down, which means they're obviously selling more products every day. So they started off at, seller rank 11,000. So now they're selling with about 1,000 to 900 rank. So they're going lower and lower and lower. Let's see what their listing price was. They've had their listing price for $50 this entire time since September. So it sounds like they're doing pretty well. It sounds like they're not having much issues at that price point, which is pretty amazing. And yeah, it's pretty awesome. So not the best listing, as you guys can see there. Let's go to this one. So this one's making $300,000 in revenue. Holy shit, $300,000 is a lot. And as you can see, no key features, nothing. So this is the reason why they're selling products, is because they simply just picked a product that was in demand, and people are looking for this constantly. The search terms, I'm sure that's Morgan, silver dollar. 12,000 people are searching that a month, so that's pretty good, decent. I don't know why. That does not seem high enough to be making that kind of sales. So either this is just a really popular brand, or I don't know what's up. I honestly cannot. I'm gonna admit, I don't know why this guy's making so much money. It's pretty weird to me. It's obviously because of Morgan silver dollar. A lot of people are typing that in, but on the page it said only 12,000 a month, which is not that much. But anyway, like I said, let's get rid of this one. Like I said, no key features, one product photo, brand name decent, title is horrible, product description horrible. This is, I guess, okay. Yeah, product description horrible. So yeah, the best thing on this entire listing is answered questions, honestly, and a not so good review. So definitely recommend that you just look around and just see what the big players are doing. And I want you guys to have hope. And a lot of people are afraid because you guys see a lot of entry barriers, or you see that it's just like these people know what they're doing. A lot of these people really don't. I'm gonna be honest. A lot of these people don't. They just picked a product and they just stuck with it, and they go, oh shit, we're making $20,000 a month, and it's literally like that. It's not. I don't know. It's hard to explain, but let's just look at another product. So. Okay, so this is an electronic product. We're not going to obviously look at this because it's very complex and there's a lot of faulties with it. I just want to take a look at their listing. So this is a decent listing. I like the key features. They're a little bit different in terms of, stylistic wise. They're not the exact same key features and bulletin points that you see in every single listing. I do wish that they had this part, like the very first words. I wish that they had them in all caps because that's super converting, like I've said. Product photos, they're decent, but there's only 5 of them. They could do a lot more. And if they had a photo of more people using the product. The more products that you have of people using your product, real time or what's it called, lifetime photos, these are super convertible. This is what actually gets people to buy your products. The reason why is because it gets the customer to see themselves using your product. It's a really, really good sales tactic that everyone uses, and I definitely recommend that you use it. You know, you can do this to Fiverr. You can have a really high professional photographer actually use your products, which I definitely recommend you spend the extra $10, $20 for, because this will help you make way beyond $20 with your product. It'll make you at least $1,000, depending on how much capital you're spending in your product. That's why I recommend that you guys save up a little bit of money, save up a little bit of capital, so you guys can actually make a worthwhile profit on your first product. Although, like I said before, you might not do your best on your first product, so I definitely recommend that you just kind of go light. That way you're not discouraged if you fail, because I failed on my first time. Even though I was profitable, I still failed in my mind, and I was kind of discouraged. So I definitely recommend that you guys just take it easy your first time going. So yeah, so that's just a little bit of a video, kind of just showing you guys that it's very possible. I'm showing you guys, what the big players do. Also, a lot of them don't really even do much on their listing, which is the biggest factor in this entire thing. If you don't market your product well, no one's going to want to pick your product. You don't look credible, you don't look professional, and I just want to show you guys it's possible, showing you guys that people are making, 6 figures easily with a product, with decent search and demand, and, they just picked a product and they stuck with it. So if you guys like this video and it was helpful to you, let me know. If you guys have any questions, please ask me. I will answer every single comment that you guys put in there. I do read every single comment as well, so if you have any questions, any kind of concern, feel free to ask me. I will answer you. I don't care if it's a letter long, it's 20 pages long, I don't care, I will answer you. So make sure to get your questions in. Also, I want to know what you guys want for my future videos. So if you have any suggestion on what kind of topics you want me to cover, please let me know, and I will take your comment into consideration. I will definitely do that. And yeah, so hopefully you guys are having a good day, and I'll see you guys on the next video. Peace.